Welcome to this miles-by-foot tour of Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport, code MSY. Located a mile north of the Mississippi River, 3 miles south of Lake Pontchartrain, and 11 miles west of downtown, MSY is the busiest airport in Louisiana, and the 37th busiest airport in the U.S., serving 12 airlines flying to nearly 50 destinations in North America and Europe. It also has a unique distinction thanks to its geography. MSY is the lowest commercial airport in the Western Hemisphere, averaging just a few feet above sea level at its runways, making for a uniquely exciting approach. The code MSY derives from the airport's original name, Moisant Field, named in memory of early aviation entrepreneur John Moisant, who perished in a plane crash on this field in 1910. Before there was an airfield, livestock yards covered the field, hence Moisant Stockyards. Known for its unique history, its nightlife, and its festivals, New Orleans needs an airport that works for tourists and locals alike, and MSY accomplishes that thanks in large part to its brand new facility, just opened in 2019. Even if you're just passing through, you'll get a sense of the city and the spirit of the region at MSY, through the hospitality of its staff, the aroma of local food drifting through the terminal, local art, both large and small, and the charms of the landscape, all brought together in form and function. Let's explore. Following its most recent modernization, MSY uses one consolidated terminal, with 3 airside concourses containing a total of 35 gates, all connected behind one TSA checkpoint. The previous terminal, still visible on the other side of the airfield, is no longer used for flights. Altogether, MSY completes about 1,100 departures every week, spread over a dozen airlines, the most prominent of which is Southwest. Nearly 2 in 5 flights out of MSY are on those blue, orange, and red branded 737s, heading towards one of 22 destinations offered by the legacy budget carrier. Over 100 flights a week go to either Houston Hobby or Dallas Love, with Austin coming in third with over 30 flights a week. The rest of its destinations offer daily service, and you can fly nonstop to Cancun on Saturday mornings. Southwest uses the central gates in Concourse B on both sides. American is the largest of the big 3, providing service to their hubs at Dallas, Charlotte, Miami, Washington Reagan, Chicago O'Hare, and Phoenix in roughly that order in terms of frequency. American flies to DFW at least 8 times daily, and they also fly to Texas's capital, Austin, several times a week. American flights are found at the far end of Concourse B. Both Delta and United are in Concourse C, Delta on the eastern side and United on the western side. United is slightly busier than Delta by aircraft movements, providing service to 6 hubs, including 8 flights a day to Houston Intercontinental and a twice-daily service to San Francisco. Similarly, Delta serves its Atlanta hub at least 8 times daily, almost as often as the rest of its destinations combined. Between JFK and LaGuardia, Delta sends around 4 flights a day to New York City. Both Delta and United have lounges here. The United Club is found in this concourse near gate C7, and you'll find the Delta Sky Club just outside the entrance to Concourse C at the end of the main transfer hall. Spirit is the 5th busiest airline at MSY and 2nd for weekly destination count, serving 12 year-round destinations and several seasonal ones. Roughly half of the airline's 100 weekly flights go to destinations in Florida, with Orlando most of all. Of note, Spirit currently offers multiple nonstop services each week to Cancun, Mexico, and San Pedro Sula in Honduras. Spirit flights leave from the far end of Concourse C, though international flights may use Concourse A instead. JetBlue uses a single gate, C1, but from that one gate you can fly to 4 destinations, including daily service to Boston, Fort Lauderdale, and JFK, and twice daily to LaGuardia, and once on Saturdays. Next door at C3, Alaska and Air Canada share a gate, with Alaska flying twice daily to Seattle, and Air Canada offering service to Toronto 4 times weekly, and Montreal twice weekly. Concourse A is home to the rest of the airlines at MSY, starting with newcomer Breeze Airways, who operate a base out of MSY from gate A1. Breeze flies direct and nonstop flights to 8 destinations between 2 and 4 times a week. I departed MSY on Breeze today, traveling with them for the first time, So make sure to subscribe and follow along with the rest of this trip and see my review of their service. The rest of the concourse is used by British Airways, with several weekly flights to London Heathrow, Frontier, who maintain near daily service to Denver, Philadelphia, and Orlando, and at the end, Allegiant, who fly twice a week to Cincinnati. Both Frontier and Allegiant's service profiles shrink and grow with demand. Concourse A is the most spacious and least frequently used, so it's a good place to go if you need some peace and quiet while traveling. Just before you enter Concourse A, you'll find the club at MSY, if you're looking for a lounge but you're not flying United or Delta. Concourses B and C have food, shopping, and amenities located down the center of the concourse. And you can also find food and shopping in the main transfer hall that connects each concourse. Concourse A doesn't have any services in it, but it is filled with lots of local art depicting the city's culture, history, and its landscape. If you're landing at MSY, you'll exit the airside on either side of the TSA checkpoint, which is the main terminal's second floor. Head downstairs to the first floor to collect your baggage from one of the airport's 6 baggage claims, directly beneath the TSA checkpoint. Baggage offices are located on either side of the claims. Customs, Global Entry, and the International Baggage Claim are down the hall past Claim 6. Once you've collected your bags, you have a few options for ground transportation. MSY has a consolidated rental car center, along with shuttle economy parking on the south side of the airfield next to the old terminal. Shuttles to these locations are outside doors 8 and 9, to the right as you walk away from the baggage claim. Out those same doors, you can meet your rideshare, Lyft to the left, and Uber to the right. Taxis are outside door 7, and your family and friends can pick you up outside doors 10 and 11. Public transportation options are also available on the other side of the terminal, to the left as you leave the baggage claim outside doors 1 through 5. Service on the RTA's 202 Airport Express runs once every 70 to 90 minutes and takes you downtown in about 30 to 35 minutes. As of March 2024, a one-way ride for adults costs $1.25. If you're departing from MSY, you'll go to the third floor if you're not dropped off there first, where you'll find check-in desks for all airlines along the east side of the landside terminal. At the far end of the check-in desks, you'll find a military lounge staffed by community volunteers, open daily from 0800 to 2000 hours to active U.S. military personnel and their dependents. The TSA checkpoint is on the second floor of the main terminal, one floor down from the check-in desks. Once you pass through security, you'll be in the main transfer hall, and you can walk to any of the airport's gates. Even though my visit to MSY was short and I would have liked to have seen more, I'm excited to see what the future of aviation in the U.S. looks like. MSY's brand new terminal is less than 5 years old, and while the timing of its opening was unfortunate, right before the pandemic, it's come into its own as an excellent example of both a modern, streamlined airport for travelers and is a great place for locals to start their own journeys. I'd been researching MSY since before the new terminal even opened, and while I'm sad I miss seeing the original terminal, the new one offers tons of promise for such an all-American city. At the end of the day, MSY, like the Big Easy itself, is big and bold but easy to navigate. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to Miles by Foot for more airport tours and flight experiences. Next up, I'll have a short but complete tour of MSY's landside terminal and airside gates without narration or interruption if you want to see MSY in more detail, or you enjoy the sights and sounds of travel like I do. We're about halfway through my current trip, so turn on notifications and stay up to date on more uploads from this trip and beyond. Thanks for watching today, and keep moving forward.